Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Insights with Dylan White. It's Friday, June 13th. It's day 12 of our journey, and I want to take the next 10 minutes of your lives and just talk through the week in review, the week ahead, and just have some fun. So let's get into it. Again, thank you guys so much for being along for the ride. This week's been interesting. This week's been a week full of consistency. It's been a week focused on just a little bit of reflection. It's been a week focused on rejuvenation. Lots of R's. If you couldn't hear, I like the R. I can't trill it, but we live and we learn. Um, but with that being said, um, the retrospective and reflection comes from just understanding what it's taken to get, not only where I am so far in my career, but my current journey at work, just what's taken to get to where I am, how I can improve it, and how I can try to help innovate at the same time. And I think I'm starting to get some things down on paper that are going to do a lot of good, just in not only my day to day, but hopefully the business's day to day and other people's day to day. So I'm really excited about that. On the other side of that, right, reflection is also being certain and saying, you need to have certain work-life balances. I think it's really important as individuals. You look at what that means for you. For a long time, I've hated certain wording, the way people put things like, hey, you need to have a balance, you need to have, integration, whatever the word is. I think you need to find what's right for you and your family at the time, because what's working at one minute might not work the next. And you have to be okay with that. Um, there's certain times where, for me, seasons, right? Some seasons my kids do two activities. Some seasons they do one. Sometimes it's the summer. I don't have school pickups. All kinds of things. But that doesn't mean you can put any less commitment. It just means you have to do things different. And I think for me, it was a lot of trying to make all buckets full instead of trying to even them out and understand what I could give at any time. And that's a reflection that I think will immensely help me as I move forward. Kind of plan. And then a lot of the retrospective is, I haven't been living the healthiest life this week. Haven't drinking a sip of beer, haven't drinking a sip of alcohol. Don't feel any different. And I feel like that's one big thing for me, being just a little bit healthier. I think my step goal every single day. I finally got the treadmill cleaned off. I got a new tempo that the wife and I got. And by the way, I'll put that link in there. That thing is so cool. If anybody wants to walk through that, I'd be glad to do it. It was an amazing investment. And so got on that, got 2 days in a row. So let's just see how we can keep building. Super excited. With all that being said, um, again, looking backwards, I think for me, consistency has always been difficult. So I always thought things had to be a certain way, right? You always had to do, if you're going to do a 100-day journey, if you're going to do a blah, blah, blah day journey, it has to be the same thing every single time. Sometimes consistency is just showing up, just tuning in, just being present. And I think for me, that's really what it's about. Consistency is just being authentic, being yourself. And that's what I hope to be. And so, with that being said, I kind of just want to talk through other things too, right? And so, for me, the weekend review has been a really good one, right? Business wise, been great. I've worked not only amazingly on amazing stuff from the 9 to 5, right, with the wonderful K Microtech. I think a lot of good positive things going for us. And then I think personally, just working on some things in the background that's helped me like buy in a little bit, buy in personally on just some other things that help me stay ingrained. And then, right, starting to lab every day. So next week, you guys can see some very cool things, right? We can review. We talked about Azure Virtual Desktop. We've talked about ARM templates, all kinds of things that I think go into the foundation of what is Azure and where I think Azure is going. The next thing we're going to talk about next week and probably over the next 3 weeks for the rest of the journey, which is Microsoft Sentinel, right? Everybody knows for the most part, my background was not security, productivity. I got into the security space a few years ago. And I'm very fortunate, right? I was in security a long, long time ago. Kind of got out of it, got tired of it, and got back in. It's weird how it pulls you back. And so here we are. And so next week, we're going to dive into everything about what is Microsoft Sentinel. And by next week, I mean tomorrow. We're going to dive into just a quick overview of Sentinel. We're going to dive into what it is for Microsoft, why Microsoft uses it, what it is in the world, right? All those wonderful things. And we'll just keep diving in the journey, how you can learn it, how you can get used to it. I'm super excited about that. And all that being said is I want people that follow this journey to understand that your journey is unique. Everybody's individual. Where you are on your journey is completely your own, right? How you get to the next waypoint is up to you. It's your challenge. But I think My goal of this is to help people understand that if you have any inkling to want to do any of this, whether it's tech, whether it's sales, whether it's technical engineering, whatever it may be, and this could help you, that's the goal. It's that simple. I think still I'm very bullish on the fact that if you want a job in IT, Microsoft is the way, right? Whether it's corporate IT, whether it's consulting, doesn't matter. Microsoft consulting will never go away. I don't care what anybody on the outside world, any noise, it's never going away. It's never going anywhere. So learning the fundamentals of what is Entra, what is Microsoft 365, what is Azure, Dynamics, going through the roof right now. So anybody that wants to learn Microsoft technology that's just going soaring, Microsoft Dynamics, business applications, Power BI, all that is taking off. So if you have any interest in any of those, this is a channel for you. So with all that being said, I hope to see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning for a little study session, maybe even a little workout. And when I see you guys on the other side, peace.